Today I want to share with you 7 reasons that YouTubers fail and get 0 views or 0 subscribers. Now, don't click off this video yet. If you want to be a YouTuber, a creator, or an influencer one day, the word failure is kind of scary. It's a word we avoid, we run away from, and our brain tells us, hey, I don't like that, let's go the other direction. But you have to realize that understanding failure is the key to success, because as you're climbing the mountain of becoming a successful creator, there's a lot of failure along the way. And if you understand these obstacles, you can overcome them better. Before we begin, this is the Blueprint channel. My name is Nathan and I run a popular channel called Unspeakable. I've posted nearly 5,000 videos to the platform of YouTube in the last 12 years that have gotten me over 20 billion views. I'm not saying that to brag or anything crazy. I'm just saying that to validate my success here and let you know that these failures that I've experienced are real. So over the last 12 years, I've had tons of YouTuber friends. I've obviously been a YouTuber myself, and I've met so many different people in the industry. And I have pretty much written a giant failure list of so many different failures that a creator faces during his journey of growing his channel. And today, I want to share with you the 7 most important ones. Now, the entire failure list is pretty long, but I think the 7 that I'm going to share today are the ones that you run into the most, and they're the ones that could possibly destroy your career if you don't pay attention to them. Now, obviously failure is different for everyone, right? Like some people might not experience any of these failures, where other people might experience only 2 of these things, and other people might see every single one of these. So I'm just letting you know, don't freak out, don't overthink it. If you see these things, just realize they're just things to improve and work on, because I have seen pretty much all of these failures I'm about to discuss. And before we begin here, good job for watching this video. Failure is one of the things that I was very scared of when I was growing my YouTube channel. I would see a video that failed and didn't get any views, and I was scared of it. I didn't want to look at it. I wanted to delete it, throw it in the trash can, and never see it again. But over time, I started to realize that I can actually learn way more from my failures than I can from the videos that succeed. So just know, failures are very important. They're a crucial piece of learning what it means to be a creator. But let's begin with failure number 1. Failure number 1, you think that what works 12 to 24 months ago will still work today, and they fail to adapt their channel to changes. Now, this is a difficult thing to understand because there's some YouTube channels out there that have been the same for years and years and years. For example, one of my favorite channels and good friend, the Slow-Mo Guys. These guys pretty much have the same YouTube channel. They have not changed for a really long time. All they do is film things in slow motion. That's it. And their channel is still working. It's still getting views. However, throughout my career, I have seen a lot of creators hop into a trend, hop into a niche, and they stay in it for too long. Or they think that, hey, this trend worked 12 months ago, so let me just keep making videos about it, and they just slowly kill their channel with the trend and with the niche. So this first failure is very difficult to see and realize, but it is something to understand that if you're not constantly trying to improve, change, or adapt your channel, you could potentially kill your channel. Failure number 2, creators taking advice from people that don't know anything about YouTube. Now, this is a big thing. A couple years into my YouTube journey, I was obviously obsessed with making YouTube videos. At the time, about 3 years in, I've made about 500 to 600 videos. And I started to learn a lot about YouTube. After you make 500 to 600 videos, you learn a lot of things about YouTube. I also consumed a ton of YouTube videos. I would not only make YouTube videos every day, but I would be watching YouTubers every single day because I was just obsessed with it. But I had a lot of friends at the time and family and all types of things that had opinions about my YouTube videos. They wanted me to try certain strategies and try certain things. And I kind of came to the realization that, hey, I think your advice is good, because I think all advice is good, even if it's bad, but you also don't really know much about YouTube. So the thing to understand here is that if you get advice from someone and they don't know anything about YouTube, I don't think you should take the advice and just throw it in the trash. That's not what I'm saying, because maybe their advice is good. but you should take it with a little bit of a grain of salt, because there's always tons of people out there giving you advice, giving you tips, giving you this, and take the advice, but take it with a grain of salt. I recommend taking advice from people that know a lot of stuff about YouTube. For example, what you're doing right now and this entire blueprint channel. I've been doing YouTube for 12 years. Now, is all of my advice the best of the best of the best? Not necessarily. There's probably other people that can give you equally good advice or better advice that I'm currently giving you, but you just have to validate where the advice is coming from. Failure number 3, you have to be good at everything. Sometimes creators forget that you have to be good at everything. You have to be good at thinking of video ideas, thinking of a goal for your video or a purpose. You have to be good at your titles and video thumbnails. You have to be good at filming your video and then your personality on camera. You have to be good at editing your videos and piecing together a good story for your YouTube video and your audience. And then you have to be good at reviewing your video, finding things to improve, and applying it to your next video. And then you have to be good at realizing what your audience really wants, what they want from your video ideas, what they want inside your video, what they want later in your channel. And all of these different things, I could keep going on with all of this stuff. But the failure here is that sometimes as creators, we forget that we have to be good at a lot of things. Sometimes you think, oh, I just got to be good at filming and I can forget everything else. Nah, not really. I believe that becoming a creator is like becoming an artist, a musician, a comedian, right? If you become a comedian, there's a lot of different things that you have to be good at when you're a comedian. You can't just be funny and become a comedian. Like, there's so many other things to becoming a comedian. You know, you have to really understand how to engage in this audience. You have to understand how to build story around your jokes. You have to understand how to warm up your audience, then tone them down. And then you also have to be funny. And then there's a lot of other things that you have to throw on top of there, like, you know, scheduling shows, building social media, getting people to come to your shows, all of these different things that you have to be good at. You can't just be funny. And that means that being a creator can be overwhelming sometimes. And there is a lot of small creators that ultimately lack the patience to become a big creator. They don't have the patience to let something small become big because there's so many different things you have to get good at. And small creators also underestimate the time it takes to let something small become big. It took me 575 long-form YouTube videos to get my first video to 1 million views. I posted those 570 videos across a 3-year span, and I finally got one to hit 1 million views. And the video that hit 1 million views was actually 23 different versions of that video. I mean, 23 versions of that one video. And I think it was either the 23rd one or the 24th one finally got 1 million views. The next failure, you find something that works and you don't do enough of it. Not doing enough of something that works is a failure I have done too many times. And what this means is you find a video, you find a style, you find an editing style, a filming style, you find a high click-through rate, a video with good audience retention, or you learn something, and for whatever reason, you just don't apply it to the next video. So for example, a couple years ago, I think it was 3 years ago, I uploaded my most viral video. It was 100 layers of cardboard. And this video today has like 90 million views. In the beginning, when I uploaded this video, it went viral right out the gate. I think it got 10 million views in 1 week. And I thought this video was stupid. I mean, literally, we just put 100 layers of cardboard in a room and we tried to break through it. It was a very simple, dumb video, but for whatever reason, it went mega viral. And I didn't make another one. I didn't make a part 2. I didn't make another version of the video. I did make a couple different videos down the line. Like, I think we did 100 layers of steel and 100 layers of Legos. And those videos did really good as well. But why didn't I do 1,000 layers of cardboard or 500 layers of cardboard? Or why didn't I try to think of more ideas? I don't know. So if you figure out something that works, not just video ideas or not a successful video, but maybe you figure out a good thumbnail strategy, you figure out a good editing method, you figure out a good efficient way to film your video. If you figure out anything that works, keep doing it. The next failure is change. Now, this is a little bit different than what we talked about before, where we talked about, not adapting your content. This is kind of the opposite, where you change too much. I've seen a lot of creators over the years that cannot stick to one thing. Maybe a new trendy game will come out, they'll make 3 videos on it, and then they'll jump to the next one, and then to the next one, and then to the next one, and they can't stick to one. In order to be successful at something, you have to do it for a really long time. You can't just make 5 videos on this new video game and expect yourself to go viral. I uploaded thousands of Minecraft videos, thousands, not hundreds, thousands. I think I posted about 3,000 Minecraft videos. Another example of this is Picasso, one of the most famous artists of all time. This guy was only a painter. He didn't write books. He didn't go over here and do all these different things. He didn't spread himself thin and focus on all these things. Even though he probably could have been successful at it, he was just a painter. That's it. My next failure is a major one. Might be one of the most important ones in this video. The failure is following what everyone else is doing. And look, this could be a great way to grow. And if you're starting a YouTube channel, I do recommend following in someone else's footsteps, because that's exactly how I started. That's how a lot of people start on YouTube. However, you have to realize that if you want to build a YouTube empire, if you want to get to 1 million, 5 million, 10 million subscribers, following in someone else's footsteps is not going to get you there, because not all growth on YouTube is good growth, right? And when you follow in someone else's footsteps, you are ultimately picking up their scrap. In order for you to be an ultra successful YouTuber, you need to figure out how to carve your own path, how to be different from everyone else, how to, be original. I don't know if I like the word original, because I don't think anything is original these days, but you just have to be different. You have to be new, refreshing, and that is the ultimate way to kind of find your own path. And one of the best ways to do that is to be yourself. Truly be yourself in your videos. The person that you are when you hang out with your friends and family is the person that they should see on YouTube. You want to be yourself. That's how you be different, because ultimately no one can compete with you on being yourself. You are extremely hard to copy. My next tip here is remain a student. I believe some of the best creators, and honestly some of the smartest people on planet Earth, remain students. They continue to learn every single day. I've been a YouTuber for almost 13 years, and a lot of people might look at me and they might consider me a YouTube expert. They might consider me knowing that I know all the secrets. I know everything about YouTube, and they might think, look at you, you're successful, you did it, you made it. And sure, maybe I did. Every single day, every single week, every single month, I am still learning new things about my video every single day. I kid you not. It is a never-ending learning process, and the more videos you make, the more you realize how much you don't know about YouTube. I kid you not. I thought once I got to 1 million subscribers, I would just know everything. I would know how to edit good videos. I would know how to film good videos. I would know everything about my audience. I would know everything. And that was the exact opposite. When I got to 1 million subscribers, I felt dumber than I did when I had 0 subscribers, because it opened my eyes to how many things I didn't know about YouTube. So understand that you must continue to learn. You must question everything. You always must be learning from your friends, from your videos, your YouTuber buddies, whoever it is. You can learn from so many different areas. You can learn from mentors, exactly what you're doing right now. You're learning right now by watching this Blueprint channel. The best creators remain students. So that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Please subscribe, because we post videos like this every single week. And look, all I'm asking for you guys to do is that if you got some value out of this video, if you learned something, share it with your friends. Send it to one of your YouTube buddies, or take some of the things out of this video and send it to them and be like, hey man, I think you should try this. That's all I'm asking for you guys, but I'll see y'all next week.